friends, and welcome to our October online class. I'm Vickywright, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Australia. So this month we're going to be playing with the Brightest Glow Stamp Set. It's from the Annual Catalogue. I love the fonts and the sentiments in this set. It's just lovely, and one of my favourites actually. So we're going to be playing with that, and then we're going to be playing with the new Joyful Specialy papers from the Mini Catalogue. So you get, I think it's 8 sheets, and there's 4 designs, and you actually get 2 of each. So we're going to be playing with 3 designs today. Excuse me, I've got a bit of an allergy. So it's only one-sided, but it's really pretty paper, and it's got gold foiling through the pieces. Okay. Now, to earn this class for free, all you have to do is place a $55 order in my online class, and you'll receive this for free. Okay, Australian residents only, I'm sorry. So these are the cards we're going to be creating. Nice and easy, simple cards, but ones that I wanted to highlight the paper and the sentiment. Just bear with me while I fix this up a bit. So I hope that's a little bit better. Now, there will be a link below that you can order in my online store, and you can either order everything that I've used in today's class, or just pick and choose what you would like to order to receive this class. Spend over $55 and you'll receive the Festive Pearls embellishment, which is what we're going to be using today. Okie dokie. So we'll do this one first. So we'll just put that aside. And we'll bring in our kits. So on this one, I've actually used Very Vanilla. I just thought it goes nicely with the colours, but you could use Basic White if you wanted to. Now the base card on this one is Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so we'll just burnish that. Now I've already pre-done a little bit, which is, I've already die cut our shape, which is the second largest one from the Nested Essentials dies. Okay, that's that. So what we're going to do first up is we're going to stick our paper to our piece of Very Vanilla. And I've only left a very narrow border around my layers. So now I'll just grab mini glue dot and a tear and tape. Okay, so we're going to be using the gold and silver trim combo pack. Now it's not in the catalogue, but you can find it online. Okay, so we'll just chop off a little bit. Oh, now I do have my scissors. And what I tend to do when I do my ribbon is I will take a little bit of tear and tape. This is just me, everyone's a little bit different. And I'm just going to eyeball this, so I usually put about, whoops, a piece about there and a piece about there. And press it down really well. It makes it easy for you to pick up then. And then just take the sticky lid off, or the backing. And we're just going to put that there. Take that across so that it's nice and straight. And we'll put that there. Then what I do, just so I know that it's going to stick down really well and not come apart once you put your card together, I put a piece across the top, just like that. If you didn't want to do that, you could always use mini glue dots, and that's it. Now what we're going to do is stick this piece to our base card. So this one, they're all, as I said, they're all pretty easy cards. I just wanted to highlight the DSP and the stamp set. Now I'm going to take off the backing on this tear and tape adhesive, and we're just going to put this down on our card just like that. Okay, so we'll put that aside, bring in our die cut shape, and the only ink you will need for this class is Cherry Cobbler. And we're going to stamp our sentiment. Now I always stamp on the scrap paper first, just so I know that it's nice and straight. And once I know that, then it's safe to stamp onto our die cut shape. It looks pretty straight. Now I haven't gone sort of in the middle. I've just stamped just above the middle a fraction, only because I want to put my embellishments at the bottom. Then we'll bring in some dimensionals. I'll just put these on the corner of our shape. We might stick one in the middle, for good measure. And we're just going to stick that over the top like that. And then press down once you're happy with it. Then we'll grab a piece of, may not have done it long enough. This ribbon's got all gold one side, and then it's got a bit of gold edging with a little bit of, I suppose, vanilla through it, cream, vanilla, but you could still use it with, well, any colour you like. Goes with everything. So we're just going to tie our bow. And as I said, I may have done this too short, but we'll give it a go. Ooh. That was a fluke, I think. And then we'll just tidy up our ends, And to finish it off, we'll bring in our Festive Pearls. And I don't think I've got any gold left in this pack. Nope. So we'll open this pack. And all we're going to do is put them along the bottom, just in a nice neat row. So I always put the middle one first, smack bang in the middle. Oops. I don't press them down as yet until I'm happy with their placement. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll just press down gently. And that is our first card. Easy peasy. Now I do have pieces, well, we'll do that too, eh? So I've got a scrap piece of the same DSP, and all I did was chopped it in half, or you can randomly chop it, which is, I think, is what I did. And we're going to put one strip onto our envelope, just like that, and one strip, that looks too wide actually for the inside, on the inside of our card, just too wide too. Then we'll grab our scissors and we're just going to trim off the ends. So we'll grab our paper trimmer. Whoops, whoops-a-daisy, whoops. Don't throw that scrap out. You can always use that for a sentiment. And we'll just put this on the inside of our card, eh? Might have those music notes upside down. I'm not too sure. I'm not the least bit musical, but it doesn't matter. So that's our first card done. As I said, it's an easy peasy one, and one you could recreate a number of times. Just use different product. Okay, so we'll put those aside, and then I think what we'll do is create this one. Okay, so we'll bring in our kit. Now on this one we're using a little bit of gold foil, so that's the gold foil. Now these shapes are from the Christmas Classics dies, and it's those two there, that and that. This is a lovely set, this. And then our banners are from the Nested Essentials, and I've used the second largest one. And what I did was I cut out one full one, and then I just cut out a half a one in the gold. Okie doke. So we've got a layer of gold foil, a layer of the pretty DSP, a couple of scraps, and we've got a piece of vellum. So what we're going to do first up is ink on that, do our vellum. So we're going to use our Stampin' Snail, or you could use mini glue dots if you wanted to. And all I'm going to do, now this is a new one, so, is just put a little bit the middle. It's not going to work. That's it. And we're going to put that just got a bit, it's going to be seen over the edge. Vellum I find is very user friendly, so I'm just getting those marks off. And all we're going to do, put this piece over the top of our DSP, smack bang in the middle. And we're only sticking it down in the middle. So all the rest of it will be hanging loose. Now, when I use foil sheets, I don't use glue. I tend to use the Stampin' Seal or the Terran adhesive tape. I just find it's a lot better and you don't have a big mess, basically. So we're just going to put the lips down. Be very, don't rush it when you're putting it onto your gold foil. Just be very patient because you've nearly got only one chance. And that's it. I'm just going to get this off here. I should have my silicone mat out, shouldn't I? Now our base card is thick basic white and we're folding it into a tense fold. But in saying that, we're going to open it like a landscape, but it's going to open to the side. Instead of up and down, usually that way, we're going to open it this way. Now, I can use my glue. And we're just going to put that on here like that. So it's a nice even border all the way around. Okay, and while we're doing that, we'll stick these two pieces down as well. Again, I've just grabbed a scrap that was left over and randomly chopped it into two pieces so that we could use it on our card. Now, if you haven't got any DSP, stamp an image in the middle. Die cut it a shape and stamp it in the middle. I mean, adhere it in the middle. That's that. We'll do our envelope. I always decorate my insides and envelopes at the same time as I do my cards. I just find it's easier because I never go back and finish them off otherwise. And then we'll stick this on the inside. We won't see that mark. Last few days I've been doomed with marks everywhere, ink everywhere. And I'm only doing white on white. I love white on white. If you wanted to, you could put a colour underneath it as a border or layer. Oh, and then what we're going to do is bring in our banner and our cherry cobbler ink and this one. Oops. Wishing you a season of hope and light. It's pretty nice saying. And again, I'm just testing it. I'll just take it down a bit, just bear with me. And I'm just stamping it again, just above centre. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's it there. I've just done it above the centre. So I've got a little bit of room down the bottom to tie a bow. Then what we're going to do is grab our Stampin' Seal again, and we're just going to go across the bottom like that. That's all you need. You don't need any more. If you wanted to, you could chop that down a little bit. We might just add one more, because I'm not going to chop that down. I'm going to leave it as it is. And all we're going to do is just place this on here like that, so that the stitching at the end of the gold is showing. And just press that down. And that is our banner done. And again, we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. And again, I'm just putting one in each corner. And we'll put one in the middle, eh? Just for good measure. Now you could put that smack bang in the middle if you wanted to, but I'm just going to put it to the side a bit and press down. Okay. Then we're going to grab our 2 die cut leaves. I'm just pushing out the pieces that didn't come out when I die cut it. That's one. Now all I'm going to do is just put a couple of, a small amount of glue at the end. You could use mini glue dots if you wanted to. Fine tip glue pen if you wanted to. But I'm just going to use that, and we'll put one right there. And again, tiny little bit of glue or mini glue dots, fine tip glue if you want, or even the Stampin' Seal, and we're just going to put that there like that. Okay, then we'll bring in our gold again. Here it is. And we're going to tie a little bow. Tie so nicely this ribbon, and we're going to trim it off. Just fluff it up a little bit. Grab our mini glue dots. and just stick it down the bottom just like that. Easy peasy. And I think what we'll do is just trim our ends back a little bit, eh? The little tails, I think is what they're called. And to finish it off, we'll bring in our Festive Pearls once again. I love these things. And we're going to randomly adhere them to our card front. So all I've done is, I'm just going to put them over a couple of these, what are they called, berries I suppose. Even though it's going onto the vellum, it is actually being stuck over the berries on the DSP. That's how I've done it. And then just press them down. And that is card number 2. I love all the gold. I think it's really Christmas. Okay? And again, you can chop and change that if you wanted to. Just change your papers and your sentiment. You could turn that into a birthday card if you wanted to. These cards are easy to replicate in an afternoon if you wanted to. Now this is our 3rd card. I love this card and I'm not a green person. Okay, so bring in our kit. So for this one we're using, our base card is Shaded Spruce. And I've got a couple of extras for our inside an envelope. So we only need, put that aside, and that aside. This, so what we'll do is burnish our base card first. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I love chopping my DSP into different, randomly chop it into different pieces. So all we're going to do, I don't want it in half, so let's just do that. So we're going to chop it once, one way. And we're going to chop it once the other way, just like that. Now I'm keeping my patterns nice and even in order, and I'm going to chop this a little bit more. It's not going to be even. I think it's even on that one, and just like that. Bring in our basic white, and what we're going to do is just sit these pieces on our basic white, just so we know that we actually have space, white space between both pieces. Now that's not right, that pattern's not right. What have I done? That's better. If you can match your patterns up again, it just looks a little bit better, I suppose you'd say. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Don't stress if you don't. So we'll do this piece first. Now I've only left the narrowest border, excuse me, around the DSP. Only a tiny bit of the basic white is actually going to show. that's one. And then we'll do the bottom one. As I said, I like this card, and I think it could be the colour, the shaded spruce with the gold flexure or the gold foil showing through. I think it's pretty. And I'm not a green person. I'm a very non-traditional Christmas person, but these cards are traditional colours. But that's a good thing too. Everyone's a little bit different, eh? So that's that. And then we'll do our last piece. Making sure again it all matches in nicely. Just like that. Now, if you were to have it all lopsided and crooked, what you can do is trim along this edge of the DSP. So you're trimming the outer edges of the DSP. You're trimming the white off. So let's do that so that I can show you. And it doesn't matter if you trim a little bit of the DSP. Okay, so we'll just pretend that we've got all that crooked and it's wrong. So all we're doing is trimming off all your white. Don't worry about the white on the inside. We're just going to do the white on the outside. Okay, so that's done. Then what we're going to do, have I got another piece of white? Yeah. Just get that out of the way. Where is that? Oh, here it is. So we've trimmed all our edge on the white. Now you could have any colour, it doesn't have to be white. Then what we're going to do actually, I think we might leave it like that. But then what I would do is just chop your layer of white back so that you've just got 1/8 of an inch, or I think it's 0.3 centimetres around the outside. But in this case, just for something different, let's leave it like that, eh? Just to show you another look. That piece of glue bugging me there. Okay. So we're just going to stick this. Now you can also, oh, not on there, on either. Just like that. Okay, now before you stick this piece down onto your base card, you can either go that way if you wanted to. You could do it that way. You could have the narrower piece up the top and the wider piece at the bottom. But we're going to go that way. Just like that. Okay, so on this one, as I said, we've got the narrow border. So it's the same card, but just looks a little bit different. And while we're sticking the paper down, let's do our strips to our envelope and our inside, eh? Whoops. Good way of using up scraps of DSP. And we're going to go this way with our inside, just like that. And we're going to grab our envelope and just trim the excess off. Now, if you wanted to, with the extra gold piece, I'll just show you. This piece here, you could cut that back and you could put those gold pieces on the back of your envelope, and you could also put them on the front of your envelope if you wanted to, just so that you're using all 4 pieces. Just another idea for you. Then what we're going to do is stamp our sentiment, and again this is the Nested Essentials dies, and it is actually the smallest one here, that one there, that I've die cut. Okay, and we're going to bring in our cherry cobbler again. And this time we're going to use To You and Yours This Christmas. I love that sentiment. As I said, I love all the sentiments in this set. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. Try and get it smack bang in the middle. Well, that's pretty good. Then we're going to grab a piece of Terran tape adhesive. You could use glue dots, mini glue dots if you wanted to, but we're going to do this. And I'm just going to do it across like that, because what we want to do is wrap that ribbon back and forth. I'm not sure how everyone else does it, but this is how I tend to do it. Everyone's a little bit different. Grab our ribbon, and we've used gold on all these cards. Oh yeah, that's right, because there's gold through the paper, isn't there? So all I'm doing is wrapping this back and forth. Oops. Let's do that again. We'll do one more, eh? Just for good measure. And chop that off. Then what we're going to do, again, bring in our dimensionals. One here. Oops. I'm going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. And I think what we'll also do too, before I put the other one down, is grab another piece of tear and tape, and I'm just going to put it over the top of our ribbon. That way we know that it's stuck down well and good. And grab one more dimensional and just put it there. And that's it. Bring in our card, and we're just going to put it smack bang in the middle. Okay? Just like that. And to finish it off, we'll bring in our gold Festive Pearls. And all we're going to do is put one in this corner, one in that corner, and one down here, eh? Could put one up there, but I like these to be threes. And that is our card for today. Or well, our third card for today. So that's the original, and that's the card we've done. Number 2, and then we've got number 1. Okay, so as is excuse me. To get the kit for free, all you have to do is spend $55 in my online store, and the link will be below, and spend over $55 and you will receive the pack of Festive Pearls to use on your cards. Everything else you'll get in your kit. No stamping as per Stampin' Up policy, but you can use what you have, or you can purchase the Brightest Glow by clicking on the link below. Okay, you have until today until the 20th of October to place your order. In your kit you'll receive the 3 cards, and you'll get 2 of each. Okay, and you'll also receive the PDF tutorial with a list of supplies, measurements, and the video links. Now, for those of you overseas, the PDF tutorial will go into my tutorials and kits online shop, and it will also include all your measurements, step-by-step tutorial, video link, list of supplies. Now, the measurements will include A4 metric and imperial, plus letter size. So we've covered all bases. Okie dokie. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next month for our online class. Enjoy your day. See ya. Hooray.